Hello and welcome. I'm Victor, and I'm excited to guide you through this eye-opening journey into the world of social engineering, starting with Module 1, Understanding the Human Element. Now, you might think cybersecurity is all about firewalls, passwords, and high-tech defenses. And while those are important, they're only half the story. The truth is, people are often the easiest way in for attackers. That's why this module is so critical. We're pulling back the curtain on how cybercriminals exploit trust, emotion, and human behavior to bypass even the most secure systems. Over the next few lessons, we'll explore the psychology behind social engineering attacks, what makes them so effective, and how you can recognize the signs before it's too late. This isn't just about protecting yourself, it's about strengthening the human side of your organization's cybersecurity. So whether you're new to cybersecurity or looking to sharpen your defensive skills, you're in the right place. Let's get started. And remember, awareness is your first line of defense. By the end of this module, you will be able to define social engineering and explain its core principles, identify psychological triggers and biases that attackers exploit, for example, trust, authority, urgency, fear, reciprocity, distinguish between different types of social engineering and their goals, recognize why the human element is the weakest link in cybersecurity, reflect on how your behavior, mindset, and awareness can protect your workplace. What is social engineering? Imagine you receive a call from someone claiming to be from your company's IT department. They sound professional, know your name, and say there's an urgent issue with your account. You want to help, so you follow their instructions, only to realize later it was a scam. That's social engineering in action. Social engineering is the art of manipulating people into giving up confidential information or performing actions that compromise security. Unlike traditional hacking, which targets systems and software vulnerabilities, social engineering targets the most unpredictable element, humans. Think of it this way. Instead of breaking into a locked safe using tools, the attacker tricks the person who knows the combination into opening it willingly. It's a psychological con game. Instead of cracking codes, they crack trust. These attacks often seem harmless at first. They typically involve some form of trickery to gain access, information, or influence. Let's take a deeper look at common forms of social engineering tactics. 1. Pretexting. This involves creating a fabricated scenario called a pretext to trick the victim into revealing information. The attacker may pretend to be someone trustworthy, like a coworker, bank officer, or customer service rep. For instance, an attacker calls pretending to be from your company's finance department, asking you to confirm account details for an urgent wire transfer. They might even have partial information already to make it sound more convincing. 2. Baiting, just like it sounds. Baiting involves offering something attractive to lure the victim. The bait could be physical, like a free USB stick, or digital, a free download or prize. For instance, a flash drive labeled 2025 salary review is dropped in your company parking lot. Curious employees pick it up and plug it into their work computers, unwittingly launching malware. Quid pro quo. This is a give to get tactic. Attackers offer a service or benefit in return for information or access. For example, a scammer calls claiming to be tech support, offering free troubleshooting. They ask for your system login or remote access under the guise of helping you. 4. Tailgating or piggybacking. This is a physical form of social engineering where someone gains access to a secured area by following closely behind an authorized person. For example, someone in a delivery uniform smiles, greets you, and casually follows you through the door into your office. Because they look official, you hold the door open. 5. Phishing. This is the most widespread and well-known form of social engineering. It typically involves fraudulent emails or messages designed to trick recipients into clicking malicious links or giving up credentials. For example, you receive an email that looks like it's from your bank, complete with logos and official language, urging you to verify your account by clicking a link. Why social engineering works? Social engineering is incredibly dangerous because it exploits natural human tendencies. 1. Trust. We generally assume people are telling the truth unless we have a reason to doubt. 2. Helpfulness. Most people want to be cooperative, especially in workplace settings. 3. Fear and urgency. Messages that trigger fear or pressure you to act fast reduce rational thinking. 4. Curiosity. Offers that promise something interesting or beneficial can override caution. And here's the kicker. Attackers often do their homework. They know your boss's name, your company structure, or what software you use. This makes their pretext more believable. Just imagine you're working late and an email pops up from IT help desk saying your email will be deactivated unless you verify within 10 minutes. It's late, you're tired, and the link looks official. You click, boom, breach. That's how easy it can happen. Now imagine you pause for a moment. You check the sender's email. It's not quite right. You open a separate browser tab and access the company portal yourself. No warning, no issue. That one pause just saved your team from disaster. The power to prevent these attacks is often just a moment of awareness away. The psychology of deception, cognitive biases, and human vulnerabilities. Let's talk about your brain. Yes, yours. It's brilliant, but it has shortcuts. These shortcuts, or cognitive biases, help you make quick decisions without overloading your mind. While incredibly helpful for day-to-day survival, they also leave us open to manipulation, especially when we are rushed, distracted, or emotionally triggered. Cybercriminals understand how we think, and they exploit these biases with precision. Their goal isn't just to trick you. They want you to trust them without realizing it. In this section, we'll break down the most common psychological triggers they use and show you how to recognize them in real time. 1. Authority bias because they said so. Authority bias is our tendency to follow figures we perceive as leaders or experts. We are wired to obey authority. It's ingrained from childhood. Social engineers exploit this by impersonating CEOs, IT staff, government officials, or law enforcement. For example, you receive an email from CEO@yourcompany.com with a subject line, "Urgent, send employee tax records now." Most employees wouldn't question a direct order from leadership, especially if the email is time sensitive. Wondering why this works? We've been trained to act fast when a superior requests something, especially in hierarchical organizations. What you need to do is to always verify through an alternate communication channel. Even a quick phone call can save the day. 2. Urgency and scarcity. Act fast or lose out. This tactic creates pressure to act quickly before you've had a chance to think clearly. It taps into our fear of missing out or facing negative consequences. For example, your account will be deactivated in 15 minutes if you don't reset your password. Why it works? Urgency disables logical thinking. Under pressure, your brain switches from thoughtful analysis to reflexive action. What you should do is pause. Ask, is this really urgent? Can I verify this with someone first? 3. Social proof. Everyone else is doing it. Social proof is the human tendency to copy what others are doing, especially in unfamiliar situations. Social engineers use this to make you believe a behavior is safe because others are doing it. For example, an email says, all other departments have submitted their credentials for the new system. We just need yours to complete the rollout. Why this works is because people are more likely to comply when they think everyone else already has. What you should do in this situation is to challenge the claim. If it's true, someone you know should be able to confirm it. 4. Reciprocity. I did something for you. Now you do something for me. This tactic creates a sense of obligation. We naturally want to return favors even when unsolicited. For example, an attacker offers free software, a white paper, or IT support in exchange for credentials. Why this works is because you feel a subconscious need to reciprocate. Even when it's unsafe, what you need to do is to be wary of gifts from unknown sources, especially if they involve sharing information or clicking links. 5. Familiarity and likability. They seem trustworthy. People are more likely to trust someone they know or think they know. Attackers mimic familiar language, names, or branding to lower your guard. For example, an email begins with, "Hi Janet, hope your Monday is going well. I loved the presentation you gave last week. Can you help me with..." Why this works is because compliments and personal touches disarm suspicion. You feel flattered and relaxed. What you need to do, don't let charm override caution. If something feels off, verify it. Let's look at this scenario for better understanding. Imagine this situation. You're at work when you receive a call from someone who introduces themselves as Alex from IT security. They sound friendly and informed. We're running a routine password audit and it looks like your access is outdated. Could you just confirm your current login for me? You want to help. They sound legit. They even know your department and team name. But wait, do you really know who they are? This call is a textbook mix of authority, bias, IT staff, urgency, routine audits, and familiarity. They know your team. This is where awareness kicks in. Instead of giving your password, you say, I'll call IT myself to verify this. Thanks. That one moment of pause could prevent a full-blown breach. Ask yourself these questions next time someone makes a request. Am I being rushed? Does this person rely on authority or urgency? Do I feel socially pressured or flattered? Can I verify this request safely? Recognizing manipulation is your first defense. Once you understand how your mind can be influenced, you become a lot harder to trick. These tactics rely on you not thinking, so your best weapon is awareness.